right, it's another beautiful Tuesday morning. Today, the 23rd day of June, 2026, and you are onto Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. I want to remind you that Perspective Unlimited comes to you every Mondays to Fridays between 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. And what we do on Perspective is we talk about issues as seen on the front pages of our newspaper. And of course, I want you to remember that it is not us being the bearers of bad news, but also what we do here is to give you information as regards what is going on for us to make better in decisions as members of the society, and especially to be better citizens of the country that we live in. And of course, in the studio every morning, I'm not always alone. I'm always with my Odogu analyst, Chukwu Emeka Monachi. So, good morning, Chukwu Emeka.
Good morning, Kunle.
Yes. I don't even know what we should start with this morning. I remember when we saw in the off the mic, I was asking you that what is it today again, and we said the usual, and it wasn't a very pleasant conversation to have, because saying the usual, like it is becoming a cliche that every time we discuss insecurity, we discuss bad governance. I think there should be some sort of breath of fresh air. We saw what happened in the United Kingdom yesterday.
Yeah, that was a very good drama, and
drama.
It took place because that's a society where people have conscience, where people know that if I'm not meeting the needs of those I'm leading, I have to go. You understand? But in Africa, it doesn't happen. Stay put, even though people are dying. Stay put. Even ask for more years to be added to you. My people have a proverb that if you are cooking yam porridge and it becomes so sweet, people will ask you to add more yams. You understand? But over there in a saner climb where you know that you are not meeting up, and people are telling you that, look, this is not why you are here.
Why you are here.
You have to bow out honorably. There is even more honor for you to leave when you know that you are not meeting up to the demands of the office. But in Africa, no, it doesn't happen. Even if all citizens are dying on a daily basis, they must stay there. That's the difference between us and them.
Well, people believe Nigeria will still get better, and we won't stop talking about it.
No. And that's why we are talking.
Yes, we won't stop talking about it.
We have to point out the errors that we are seeing in our own society. We have to talk truth to the power and tell them that, look, this thing is not going well. We keep talking. There's no harm in talking.
We will get it right. We will get it right.
I pray.
So today we'll be looking at three newspapers as usual. We'll be looking at the front pages of Punch newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, and of course the Nigerian Tribune. We will start with the stories we would find on the pages of the Punch newspaper this morning. And on the Punch newspaper, the largest caption reads, and talking about state policing, governors demand greater powers. The rider story to that one is NGF reports proposed constitutional role for governors in security operations. A new framework recommended federal state policing structure, and also demanding for trust funds. And the federal officers can move to state police without losing benefits. All of those stories you can find on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. On page 23, Nigeria's $5 billion swap deal triggers fleet warning. And of course, still on the front page of the Punch. On the page 8, Burnham emerges front runner for UK PM as Sterner resigns. And of course, talking about Okwa 6 passport release amid EFCC probe. Apparently, he wants to take a medical trip. And still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Plateau tragedy, death toll hits 20, clinic attacked. That story is on page 7, and we can also see some pictures of the attack in Plateau State. It's pretty worrisome. And still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, on insecurity, Olowu defends action as ACF-NEF warns of anarchy. 3 nabbed after cleric dies in Ondo Hotel. That story is on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And on page 7, Nigerians shelter over 100,000 refugees, asylum seekers. That statement is credited to the federal government. Moving over to the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning, the largest caption reads, "Spike in bus fares. Rent forces Nigerians to live in cars, office, and shops." That story sounds really sad, but you can find it on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Don't seek re-election, Orisha Jeffo tells Tinubu. That story is on page 3. And still on page 3, and on Lassa fever, fresh outbreak claims doctor in Benue as fatality rates hits 25%. And Commissioner allays fears as IED explosion injures 1 in Lagos. That story is on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And on page 29, federal government tax manufacturers on cement price cuts and affordability. And on page 4, federal government again to audit LPG markets as import hits 26,700 metric tons amid report by Chevron. And on page 29, court remands Showore in prison over bail breach. Dismiss refusal application. And cab operators accuse FAN of anti-workers activity while shutdown of airports. That story also is on page 29 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Presidency rep dismiss call for Tinubu's resignation over economy and insecurity. That story is on page 6. And witness says El Rufai wiretapped NSA's phone. That story also is on page 29 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And finally, on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, the largest caption reads, Presidency to Obi, your call for Tinubu's resignation, childish. That story is on the front page and continues on page 15 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And other stories on Orire abduction, protesters in Ibadan again demand release of teachers and pupils. And the rider story to that, Catholic bishop laments their continued detention. That story is on page 3. And if you go over to page 26, outrage in Osun as gunmen shoot 14-year-old dead. The rider story, deceased family residents demand police probe. Accord boycotts meeting with CP, calls for arrest of members, killers. That story, like I said, is on page 26. On page 4, Lassa fever death toll rises to 210. This is according to the NCDC. And the rider story, medical doctor dies in Benue. On page 2, Nigerian currently hosts over 100,000 refugees, asylum seekers. That is according to the federal government. And on health, HPV vaccine cuts cervical cancer death to near zero before 30. This is according to a study. And that story is on page 4. And on page 26, gunmen kill pastor, 4 health workers, 16 others in Plateau. Police in gun duel with kidnappers in Ondo, rescue victims unhurt. That's a good one, and it's on page 26 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Finally, on page 6, federal government's orders crackdown on hoarding, diversion of cooking gas to stabilize price. That's the reason, page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. So let us go into the stories as seen on the front page of the 3 newspaper we have looked at this morning. And it is sad to say, but unfortunately, the common story on all of those papers still boils down to insecurity in the states, and call for the resignation of the presidents, and the governors also demanding that they get more powers as regards state policing in the country, as we are still waiting for the National Assembly to eventually sign that bill. But unfortunately, as reported in Vanguard newspaper this morning, it says that no fewer than 22 persons, including health workers and security personnel, were killed by gunmen on Sunday night in Kunle village in Musere district of Boko's local government area of Plateau State. Several others were also injured in the attack as protests yesterday rocked Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, over the persistent kidnapping of residents in the state. It will be recalled that over 40 pupils, students and teachers of 3 schools in Oriwe local government area of the state kidnapped on May 15, 2026 are yet to regain freedom. Now we keep seeing all of these things. In Plateau again now we hear that conflicting figures, some reported 20, some reported 21, some reported 22. But 21, 22, 20, still lives of people. What do you make of the issue, the persistent issue of insecurity in the country? Then I want us to look at it again with the call of Peter Obi actually advising that the president should resign. We'll go to the president's the response that the presidency has given, but let's delve into this first.
Okay, let me tell you something, Kunle. The problem of insecurity we are having is that government does not know what to do, or if they know what to do, they lack the willpower to do it. Because you cannot continue killing citizens. Look, let me tell you something, Kunle. The situation is degenerating to the level that people wake up every day, they don't know, leave for work, they don't know whether they will come back. And we have a government in place and we are still doing election. We are still throwing bread at people to vote for us. And we are not looking at the critical situation that the country is in right now. And the people are dying on daily basis, and we are busy chasing rats when our house is on fire. It's a pity that we have gradually found ourselves in this kind of pitiable situation in our country. This is a country where, Kunle, when you hear of kidnapping before, everywhere everybody will rise up, but today it has become normalized. People are now not seeing it, and we have moved on as if it is normal for us to live with constant fear. This morning, I read of a bomb blast in Mushi in Lagos. Imagine and these people that are creating fear all over the place, they have an agenda. When you make citizens to be afraid, how do we prosper in such a society? How do we attract investors? What do we do to make because every day you wake up and you leave your house, you are not sure whether you are coming back. Imagine the teacher that were kidnapped. They went to school. Is there anything wrong in going to a place of work? There's nothing wrong in it. But these people went there, kidnapped these children and their teachers and took them to the bush. Now, almost 38 days. And yet, we have not found a solution. All we are talking about is 2027. So, if somebody is calling for resignation, is he look at what led to, this man to resign. Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer resigned because, at the inception, he removed winter fuel allowance. He removed winter fuel allowance granted to 10 million elderly British people. Fuel allowance. What happened on our own? The fuel subsidy was removed without any plan to cushion the effects of that removal. Now, this man resigned because he accepted gift, clothing, free accommodation. He resigned because as a result of policy somersault. He resigned because Russia, they told him that, look, you have to secure as a UK, and the defense spending is less to meet up with what Russia is doing. And he resigned also because of his policy towards immigrants. People are streaming into UK and even killing people. Now, what do we come back to Nigeria? Non-state people are trooping into Nigeria, killing Nigerians to the extent that even government officials are telling us they are not Nigerians. If these people are not Nigerians, according to George Akume, Secretary to the Federal Government, he told us that these people killing Nigerians are not Nigerians. What have you done to stop people from coming into Nigeria to kill Nigerians? I was on Facebook sometime the other day. They arrested a group of young people, all of them some from Sudan, Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali. What is their business for coming to Nigeria? No business. Is it not similar to what is going on in UK? Is it not similar? But look at how we are treating it as if it's a non-issue. The reason why there is government is to secure lives and property. That's the cardinal point. That is the reason. That's the only reason all over the world are we secure the Kunle.
Okay, so
all the trillions we have spent on insecurity. What has happened? Who has been brought to book? Remember Kunle. Who has been brought to book? You live. That's why non-state actors like Igboho and Asari Dokubo are playing to the gallery. That's why they are coming up, because the state has failed to secure the people.
Okay, so let us look at it in another perspective, because you remember that Akpabio actually said sometime in April that insecurity happens because the election is coming.
Look.
Yes, I just want to...
If Nigeria is a normal country, Akpabio will not be on that seat.
Okay.
But making that making that reckless, irresponsible statement. Look at what the governor of Edo State said. Even if they kidnap all of us, what kind of country is this?
But what the angle I want us to look at is that even having said that, we would see that the trend we have been seeing on the news very lately is the matter of insecurity in every state. It was, of course, it was somewhere, but it wasn't this pronounced as it is now. So let us say that maybe there's some element of truth in what Akpabio said. Let us say, just talking about it. Now, would it be enough for someone like Peter Obi to now be calling for the resignation of the president if what truly is playing out in Nigeria now is politics?
Which politics? Look, Kunle, if it is politics, what are you in the office to do? What are you? What did you swear to do to protect lives and property? Don't you know there will be problem? Look, let me even shock you. When Jonathan was in power, the same people went to US and told Obama that Jonathan is not able to, they're even the one that used Christian genocide first. They're the one that told Obama that Jonathan was not strong enough to protect Christian. That's what they said. Now, the same thing is haunting them, and you are talking of politics. Didn't you play that kind of politics? If actually it is politics. Go and Google it. I'm not saying what I don't know. They went to Obama when Obama was in office and told Obama that Jonathan was not strong enough to protect Christian community. That's what they used. Now, they are throwing the same thing back to you, Christian genocide, and you are crying. But you are the one who initiated it. Didn't you partake in it? So if it is about politics, what are you in office? Then you should see it as a test of your so-called strategy.
Okay, so can we say this is the reason why maybe some governors are now calling for greater power?
Let me even shock you, Kunle.
Because if the federal government cannot oversee everything in the country, is it right for the governors to now be calling for more power as regards state policing?
Kunle, these people that we call governors, I'm very sorry. I don't have confidence in them. I'm even afraid. Even I'm an advocate for state policing.
But you have said before that not all politicians are the same.
No, they are not all the same. I've said it all. I'm not all the same. But what I'm telling you that how many of these governors will be responsible enough to manage this power that state policing will give them? How many of them are responsible enough? How many of them will not resort to what we saw? Maybe then you were not born. In the First Republic and Second Republic, whereby they will go and something will happen in the camp of the opposition. They will use police to go and do another thing. That is my fear, because I'm not saying that all governors are the same. Mind me, what I'm saying is that how many of them will be responsible enough with the power? How many of them? State policing is what we need. I'm not saying that it's a cure-all, but it will be an addition to whatever effort we are making. And also community policing, not just state. State policing, local government police, and even, we have all types of mechanisms put in place for our Kunle. There's nothing too difficult for people to do if only they have the will to do it. Nigeria is bleeding, Kunle. People travel now, and the worst is that when you call people and they don't reply on time, you start. That's why many Nigerians are now having high blood pressure. Many people are depressed, and that's why our highways are not safe. And yet we have thrown trillions into security, Kunle, and yet we are not secure. Every day you wake up, Kunle, these are human beings that have been killed. These are human beings. I saw it this morning. OPC chieftain in Kwara, he went for to deliver ransom in the bush, not knowing that the people they are going to pay ransom for has been killed. They now grabbed him with the 3 million that he was going to give the kidnappers, and we have a government. Yeah, citizens. Now look at what Tuji Bello said in Sokoto, that is either government will come and talk to them, or they will wage war against Nigeria. A non-state actor. Imagine, and we kept quiet. Does it mean that Tuji Bello is stronger than Nigerian state? What is happening? And we have security people all over the place, and we are throwing money into security. What has happened to us? Tuji Bello, a non-state actor, is even telling federal government, is that you come and talk, or we wage war against you? Can they do it? Even all these small African countries, can they do it? They can't do it. You take the fight to them, but no. We keep quiet. All about 2027. Somebody is saying, if you don't know what to do, you leave the office, and no, it becomes an object of criticism. That's the normal thing to do.
Okay, so still talking about this insecurity and what the governors are actually saying. According to Punch newspaper here, it reports that the state governors are actually seeking greater constitutional authority over security operations within their domain, and guaranteed funding arrangements for the proposed state police service, according to a report of a high-level strategic meeting involving the state attorney generals, legal experts, and senior security officials conveyed by the Nigerian Governors Forum Secretariat in Abuja last week. Now, the report contained in the NGF bulletin that was obtained by newsmen, it provides one of the clearest framework yet for the establishment of the state police in Nigeria, detailing the proposals on operational powers, funding mechanisms, personnel management, oversight structures, and the relationship between federal and state policing institutions. According to the reports, the meeting was convened to harmonize proposals for a constitutional and institutional framework for the establishment of state police service across the country. Now, we see what the governors are actually calling for. Now, what we are currently experiencing in Nigeria, do you think the constitution will actually accommodate state policing without major reforms?
Look, Kunle, it is human beings.
Because now we're still talking about even funding. So would it not affect major reforms?
It is human beings that wrote the constitution. Constitution didn't write us. Even though we didn't have a hand in it. They say we the people of Nigeria, and there was never a time we people of Nigeria wrote the constitution. It was imposed on us, and that's why. No constitution is perfect, but our own is like this. Even the things that are spelled out in the constitution, are we doing it? Are we doing it? If there is a constitutional review to accommodate, you see, Kunle, I keep saying it that our problem is fundamental. It started from the grassroots. Fundamentally, Nigeria is not structured to stand strong. Fundamentally, right from the onset. And the people who have ruled this country, they knew, but they didn't want to tamper with it. They didn't want to touch it in a way that, look, this state must stand and walk. We say we are practicing federal system of government. It's not federal. It is unitary system of government, where the center is bigger than every other unit, is like a vassal state, which is wrong. If we want to practice real federalism, the local government will have local government police. The state will have state police. The federal government will work in synergy with the state. The state will work in synergy with the local government, because security, they always say, is local. But what do? We lump everything together. And that is why we keep on creating states without asking, these states we are creating, are they viable? because we are running a flawed federal structure where the center is always giving money to the state. That is why some governors will collect money from the center and go and be renovating cemetery. Because they didn't work for it. That is why you will collect VAT from here and go and share to people that they say they are not drinking. What is the meaning of this? That's not federal system of government. That is unitary system of government. That is not working. That is why Nigeria is not working. If we want to work, we tell ourselves the truth. The good book said, we shall know the truth and the truth will set us free. Are we telling ourselves the truth? No. We keep on lying to ourselves on daily basis. All in the name that we want to preserve the unity. Which unity? Unity must be anchored on truth and not in falsehood. That's where I stand. So if you talk of what the governors are asking, you are asking for more powers. Can they manage these powers they are asking for? That's my fear. Can they manage it? But even look at what is playing out in some states. Some opposition parties will go and put their billboard. Governors will say that you must come and pay. That, is a pointer to what will really happen when we grant these people these powers they're asking for. But the issue is that we have to start from somewhere. We have to. Even though vehicle kill people, we cannot say because motor kill people, we cannot enter motor. We see enter motor. And we won't drive again. We see enter motor. You understand? So we have to, and because that's not an excuse for us not to have state policing. We must have it. We are going to make some mistakes. Yes, at the onset, there will be mistakes. But along the line, it will be stable. But the issue is that, do we have the willpower to do what is necessary? Kunle, Nigeria is a country that has a lot of laws. Our problem is not making laws. Our problem is implementation. And we have what it takes to make sure that these things cover everybody. No. As I'm here now talking, some people believe they are above the law, above this country. And they say whatever they want to say, and the state will not go after them. But let another person say the same thing somewhere, you will go after him. That's selective justice. You don't do that. In a country where if everybody is equal, yes, let us all be equal before the law. If A commits crime, irrespective of his religion or where he's coming from, judge him based on as on what he has done. Don't profile him that, oh, these people are always like this. No, it does not help us to build a united country.
All right, you're still on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Perspective Unlimited is the program you are listening to right now. We are going to go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll go into more stories as seen on the front pages of the newspaper this morning. Do stay tuned.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it, with delivery to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
Thinking of an all-in-one digital platform that fits your lifestyle and makes everyday payments simple, reliable, and fast?
Oh, wow. Yes, please.
Allow me introduce you to BillStation, your one-stop digital payment solution for individuals and businesses. Built to simplify payments and services for millions across Africa. With BillStation, you can buy cheap airtime and data, pay electricity bills, send money instantly, make online payments, and book flights and hotels. Enjoy our overseas airport pickup services, interstate bus ticket sales, and event tickets, all on BillStation. Fast, simple, reliable.
Wow, that's amazing.
Visit www.thebillstation.com. Download the BillStation app on the Apple App Store or Android Google Play and get welcome bonuses when you sign up. Enjoy fast customer support and a seamless user experience every time. Get in touch with us today.
Email thebillstation175@gmail.com or sales@thebillstation.com.
WhatsApp 091 6858 1914. Bill Station. Your world, your money, one station.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alaafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you are welcome back to the second half of Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Before we went on that commercial break, we were talking about the insecurity and the issue of state policing and what the governor is actually demanding as regards state policing. And remember, if you want to be a part of this show, you can call us in the studio on 0916893 1000. You can also call 091-5333 4893. The last number you can call is 09113333 893. You can also drop your comments on Facebook at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, and we will be glad to read your comments. So going back into the issues we are discussing, and just away from insecurity a little bit, there's a report here on Guardian talking about how the spike in bus fares rent have forced Nigerians to live in their cars and office and shops. Now, according to that report on the Guardian newspaper, It says with the inflation at 16%, spike in food prices, housing, construction, and transportation costs are forcing many families to take difficult survival choices, including abandoning decent accommodation and resorting to unhealthy living conditions. The inflation report showed that restaurants and accommodation service contributed 2.06% percentage points to inflation. Transport accounted for 1.70 percentage points, while housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuel contributed 1.34 percentage points. The impact is increasingly visible among young professionals, civil servants, and artisans, many of whom have reduced their physical presence with families as they relocate to cheaper areas or living in overcrowded tenements, apartments to cut costs. The national minimum wage of 70,000 naira approved in 2024 has provided little relief, as many workers said it is insufficient to cover basic needs, including transportation, housing, clothing, food, school fees, etc., etc., etc. Now, this seems like it is a topic everybody can relate to. Even apart from insecurity, like I said, the cost of living has gone up over 300, 400, 500%. And there's a saying in Nigeria that whatever the Nigerian law doesn't, they don't obey law of gravity. Anything that goes up doesn't come down. What do you think can be done? What can people actually do to ensure that they have a better living condition than they presently have? But before let's take this call real quick. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is George. I'm calling you from Olowu.
George from Olowu. You have the floor, sir.
Yeah. You see, those who have made the statement that Peter Obi is childish by the statement that he made that the president should resign. They are not talking towards what is worrying us. You see the insecurity and all this banditry and kidnapping that is happening today. By the time they overrun this country and the government of the country becomes irrelevant, then those people are now in charge of whatever they are doing now. They who are calling Peter Obi childish now, there will be no more in any position to talk. Who then is a child? If somebody like Peter Obi cannot talk, who can talk? This is how the man on seat today spoke towards Jonathan. And today, look at what is happening under him. People who are supposed to talk, if they refuse to talk, evil will continue to prevail. People should please talk. Let people talk. Why should everybody say Peter Obi's word is childish? They are the ones that are causing the trouble. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. But a lot of people want to argue that it is a normal reaction from any quarter.
Definitely.
Yes, it's a normal reaction.
Kunle, let me tell you something. I read it that Nigeria is among the countries that has the highest number of homeless people. We were not homeless before. We suddenly became homeless. When I was growing up, Kunle, I didn't know Nigeria to be a country where people are homeless. But today, the reality is looking at us in the face.
Let's take this call very quickly.
Yes,
hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Thank you. Ruth calling from Malakia.
Ruth from Malakia, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. Regarding state police, I believe governors are the chief security officer of their state. But if they are not allowed to have authority over state police, then what is the purpose of creating it? And we can already see how the federal police are sometimes misused by the federal government. Instead of allowing state police to be under federal police, there should be clear laws to ensure it is used only for security purpose and not political interest. So I just hope the government takes the necessary steps and address this issue promptly. But we are tired of all this insecurity of a thing. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
So, Kunle, the economic reality in our country has created what is now known as weekend families. Weekend families in a way that the man comes home only on weekend because he can't afford the cost of commuting from his house to his place of work. Women also, at times, if it's a woman that is working far away, it will come home only on weekend. What happened? Because of the policy that has demeaned the people. Now, people sleep in their cars. People sleep in the offices. People don't go home after work. Why are they not going home? They rented a house, but they can't afford to go. You understand? So now people sleep in okay.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Adenka from Muslim.
Adenka from Muslim, you have the floor.
Concerning state police, I think state police is the right way to go. Concerning insecurity, as this will put an end to the insecurity we are facing in this country. So just take a look at the Amateku, how they are operating in your state, and how the governor has been supporting them. So which is a good one. So taking state police really go a long way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Kunle,
much for.
Do you know that mechanics, people who rent cars in Nigeria today, people who repair cars are making money, not just repairing cars. Do you know some people have an understanding with them? Some of those cars parked, they sleep there. Early in the morning, they go to work. When they close from work, they go back to the mechanic. You see them, you will think they are the one who brought the car. No, they are waiting for night to come. That is where they sleep. In a country, I'm coming. In a country that is blessed, that God has blessed, and people are sleeping in their vehicles. Mechanics are renting cars out to people to sleep, so that in the morning they will go to work. Over the weekend they go home.
But Chukwumeka, let's look at
how did we come to this level?
Yeah, so everybody have said that the policies and everything is why we are here. But some quarters will want to argue that if Nigeria wants to be fixed, there are some hard decisions that need to be made.
Look, Kunle, I am not against any hard decision, but there must be you must make available something that will cushion the effect of that hard decision. But I'm coming, Kunle. I know what I'm saying. I rear animals. When I want to change their diet, I know what I do. Otherwise, they will bite you. You don't do that. Women, if they want to wean their children, they don't just remove the breast from the mouth of the infant. No, you introduce some things that will help, but because we operate a system where policies don't have human face, that's why we are suffering. And look, even the insurgency we are talking of, terrorism and I believe in kinetic approach, using kinetic approach, and also non-kinetic approach, in the sense that what is the breeding ground that gives birth to these people? When you don't take care of your citizens in a way that socially they will be relevant in that society, if you don't tell them some certain truth, look, the truth we have to tell ourselves, Kunle, is this. If you are married, your salary is not up to taking care of two children, and you are marrying 5 wives in the name of religion. When you give birth to those children, these are the people that Jonathan's wife called born throwaway. You're born, you don't take care of them, and you are adding problem to the society. That is, if you are fighting, government should make it a law. Because every country that wants to progress, population is not wealth. It's the problem. Now,
so I really like what you said. Said. Now, the thing is, a lot of people too want to argue that beyond the government, even the people are making lives difficult for themselves. And I'll land the point, because listening to some people talk, they say, like I said earlier, that they say that Nigeria does not obey the law of gravity. Whatever goes up does not come down. Now, let us take the issue of petrol, for example. Now, we've seen it reported over and over again that the conflict between Iran and USA is about to come to an end, and the Strait of Hormuz has been opened, for example. Now, yes, let us even leave all of the issues of the federal government should have sold to, let's say, okay, the status quo is what remains. The Strait of Hormuz closure is what spiked the global crude oil, and it affected us. Now it has reduced. We have read in the reports last week that Dangote refinery has reduced pump price to a certain amount. But till today, over a week ago, it has not reflected. Meanwhile,
I will tell you why.
If the reverse was the case,
it will reflect.
If Dangote comes out today now to say that it has increased by so, before you move around 3 hours, everything must have
changed. The reason
changed.
is that there's no government. Look,
it is still the government?
Yes, I'm coming. Why is government now saying they are going to raid people that are hoarding cars? Why are they
we saw that report as well.
Yes, I'm coming. Yes. Why are they saying so? Because they know they have the power. If government should put his feet down and say, look, because they have some of these people that are even, they are people involved in oil. They are all involved. So they can't make law that will affect them. That is what I'm saying. They can't make law that will take money away from their pocket. It's greed. They want to be getting. Is it me and you that will come and say, okay, from today, let since they have opened the Strait of Hormuz, let oil come. Let the price of oil come. We are not saying it. Government is the because those are in government are the same people who are benefiting from these things. That's why they cannot take action against it. Why are they are waking up now to say people gas price must come down whether they like it or not? Why are they making such a move now? It is government. Kunle,
okay, that is.
I'm coming. Government has power.
Yes,
Kunle, let me finish. Okay. If government says today, nobody should come out in Oyo State, nobody will come out. Nobody. If government say today, enough is enough of killing Nigerians, it will stop. It will stop. If they bare their teeth, it will stop. Are they going to do it? No. So, but everything. If people refuse to bring down the pump price of fuel, you close their station. Will government do it? They won't do it because some of them are in government. The owners are in government.
Okay.
So why should they do it?
Okay. That being said, now we are talking about petrol stations, but a lot of people are talking about general living. So let us say, for example, the government has the power to do these things. Now, would the government go to a Bodija market, to go and close down the shop of the woman selling pepper?
Okay, let me
because do you remember there was a time in Nigeria where when they said the rates of dollar to Nigeria spiked, and even the people selling pure water, everybody, everything, just people selling F4 euro, everything can the government still regulate that?
Wait, Kunle, this thing happened on Friday. No, Saturday I was going home. You take Kekemarua from Challenge to Odon Kekere.
Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? Good morning, sir.
Uncle, I'm totally disappointed in you.
Why, sir?
For you to say that, is it the government that will go to the market, to the filling station?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm not the one saying it. I'm sampling people's opinion.
Let me tell you, there are some things you people say on here, and some people that are not educated will believe. Yes. For example, Tinubu we win again. He has INEC, he has a military. Some people that don't know the meaning of election, they will believe that. No. What is the meaning of FCCPC? He created by Buhari and Tinubu. What are they working for? The government. Well, what is the meaning of the importance of the task force in oil company? What are they working for? But because the government ruling us is playing politics because of 2027. You let us fool ourselves. Is it not Tinubu that said that cannot do price control? Am I lying? It's not the one that says so. If they pass price control, Tinubu knows the reason. Because he bought the seat where he's seated. It's very difficult for him to fight those places.
But hello. But all those statements are alleged. There is really nothing to say that the president actually bought the seats. Please go on, sir.
Let me go ahead. You asked a question whether it is the woman at
yes.
From challenge to order kekere.
You said you took a keke napep.
Yes, 500 naira.
Yeah.
I went to somewhere and I came which is even closer to order kekere. The man still said to order is already very close. It should be about 200 or 300. One came and I entered. I see how much. He said 300. And I asked him why. He said it's a response to bad government. Do you hear that statement? Keke driver told me in plain English, he said, my brother, this is a response to bad government. No. You understand? That's what the man said. So it's not a question of people will fold their... No, people will respond. The way things are going, people will keep on... Look at the houses in the 80s. They were renting 120 before. Now, go and rent such a house, 700,000. That's a response to bad governance. So what are you saying? So people will respond. If you make the policy in such a way that it has human face, people will definitely reciprocate. They will respond in kind. But what are we saying? So you don't blame the people. Everything boils down on the table of the government.
Let's quickly take this call. Hello. Good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, this is Aderonke calling back.
Aderonke calling back. Please go on.
Yeah, why won't people respond to bad governance? Because administration. Just take a look at it. The removal of fresh subsidy has keep upon hardship we are facing in this country. Security. In the other video, what is even good about this government? Seriously, on 2027, we Nigerians, we should rewrite our own. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kunle, they are selling one sachet of pure water 15 naira. That's why they sell it. What is that? It's a response to something. Now, if you buy cost of power, cost of energy, it's a response to it. That is it. The money we pay to, we contribute money for Olowu, what do they call it? Before they increased it. Why? In response to something that government could not fix. So what is the problem? If we are secured, are we going to be paying the thing we are paying for Olowu? We can't be paying it now. But because we are not secured. But that's why I am coming. That's why the thing trickle down to us who are not even in the position to change anything.
Chukwuemeka, a lot of people will agree, and a lot of people will still say that. Let us say now that Nigeria now gets that befitting government that is really, really ready to change the country. Now, what are the chances that the people will respond to that change?
Look, Kunle, everything starts from, if something wants to spoil, it starts from the head. In this country, there was a time in this country where a man came, his mantra was discipline. Nigerians became disciplined.
Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning.
Yes. Yes, very, very quickly, sir. We're pressed for time.
I'm going to be brief. Bob Marley sang a song. He said, when the rain falls, it falls on one and sundry. When trouble that these people are encouraging today will come, it will touch everybody in Nigeria. When you have a bad leader, people suffer. People will weep. That is what we are passing through now. So whoever is saying that those who are talking is wasting time, to know that when this trouble overruns this country, we are all going to suffer it. Tinubu is not doing the right thing. They should talk to him. Let him change. If he cannot solve the problem, he should leave that office. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
So, Kunle,
yes, very quickly, let's round up.
Everything boils down, if government begins to do, imagine if people in government are using made in Nigeria goods. What do you think will happen? Our economy will grow. Nigerians, imagine if they are eating rice, we grow here in Nigeria. People will change now because your leader is doing, you copy your leader, you follow your leader. But when you are not doing it, what will people do?
You lead by example.
Yes! You live, if you say you are a leader and nobody is following you, we are taking a walk in the park. So I'm a father. Whatever I don't want my children to do, I don't do it. That's the position of a leader.
All right, thank you very much, Chukwuemeka. It's always a pleasure having you on the hot seat. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who has contributed to the success of the show today. Remember, Perspective Unlimited takes place here on Wells Radio 89.3 FM every Monday to Friday between 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. Do join us again tomorrow for another interesting and explosive edition of Perspective Unlimited. Until then, I say have a beautiful day, good morning, and God bless you.
Listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.